For ETV News, I'm Zach Burnett here in East Haddam, Connecticut, at the site of Two Wrasslin' Cats Coffee House and Cafe. We're here to check out the unique twists and turns of this local coffee shop and really how they have boosted the morale of this community. With the original foundation of the house being laid in 1784, Two Wrasslin' Cats occupied 374 Town Street since 2013 when the shop originally opened. We caught up with a neighbor to the shop, Robert Duchik, to hear his thoughts.
Overall, I mean, it brings a lot of different kind of people in, like kinds of people, and also just people who are like, oh, that's my friend playing, let me come here. Next thing you know, you have your next loyal customer too.
While the name of the shop gives off the reputation of a restaurant, this small town coffee shop is much more, hosting a number of public events and musical appearances on the weekends.
Now the second song. Very good. Wow.
While many people travel far and wide to enjoy Two Wrasslin' Cats coffee and food, the shop has been a staple in the community with their teen coffee house hours, as well as the Catterday concerts. We caught up with John Chulo, a longtime customer, to learn why he keeps coming back.
I think Two Wrasslin' Cats by far made a sense of community in East Haddam. It's just a place where you start to meet everybody you know. Just this morning I met some friends I hadn't seen in years, and this goes on all the time. You may meet some actors from the Goodspeed, you may meet people. There's a person here this morning from Switzerland. It really brought, I think, the town together. You know, be it our first selectmen's here, the different political parties, you could talk about anything, and everybody's always so friendly. So I think not long after he opened the business, I retired. And I think what I do every morning is I would go and just walk the dog in the morning, and I'd go home, make my own coffee. But now I'm out more. I got to meet more people. I think I'm much more social than I'd ever be. And I just like coming here, being social, meeting different people, instead of just, you know, just staying home and looking at a wall or something, watching television, which it's kind of boring. So it just makes it a little more exciting. And you know, as you grow older, you just get to be more social. You just meet a lot of different people, which is great.
With the summer vastly approaching, the cafe customers will get to experience an outdoor patio seating as well as this beautiful backyard setting where the live music will soon transition. Weekends at the coffee shop are the host of Catterday Concert Series, a way for musicians to showcase their talents in front of a live audience. We caught up with performer Quinn Miller to hear her thoughts on the shop.
What I like most about performing here is probably the environment. Everyone is very nice here, and I feel very comfortable about playing. And yeah,
The atmosphere.
I love coming back. I don't know, come every 2 or 3 months, and every time I come, I love it.
Music isn't the only thing that brings customers in. Courtesy of the East Haddam Art League, this establishment features a number of works of art, both for sale and for show. Running a small business is a major risk, but owner Mark Thiede was determined to succeed. We sat down with the man in charge to learn more about his story.
What I did before I opened this coffee shop was I was a professional scientist. I worked in research and development in the pharma and biotech industries. I received a PhD in molecular biology back in 1986, and then while I was involved in everything from cloning and sequencing of individual genes, I also got involved in stem cells, pharmacology, drug discovery, animal models, and did a large number of fairly complicated collaborations. I liked the creative aspect of it. I liked working with people, and what I found was within the scientific laboratory, it's a fairly sort of nerd center, and I thought that by the time I was 45, I got out when I was 30, I was going to actually do something different. I thought of doing something that would go back to where I was in graduate school, doing something creative, and so I decided that I would get into specialty coffee and do something that was sort of mine. And so I went out to Portland, Oregon to learn more about the coffee business and some of the hands-on. And I decided when I came back from Portland that was what I was going to do. I think that it's really important that one, if they establish a business inside a community, to go in, that the person and the business owner becomes part of the community. That they look for opportunities wherever they can. For instance, the other day I sold coffee to the election officials. They were down at the school, and now actually every election they ask if I could bring coffee down there at 6 o'clock in the morning. So that's one of the things that I do. It's something that I think you have to really experience, I think, in order for you to get a true appreciation. But it's been for me really life shaping. So what I found is that actually, I can live on a lot less money per se, but the wealth I have is really in the associations that I've developed and what I have been able to give back to this small community, which has really greatly embraced me, which has been great,
Finishing up here at Two Wrasslin' Cats Cafe, I've ordered myself the Calico Chicken, which features Granny Smith apples, craisins, and pecans.
And that's your wrap.
And that's a wrap.